Hi folks, Andrew Wilson here, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Lesson of the Week, right here at the Music Corner, andrewsmusiccorner.com. So I thought this would be an appropriate first lesson to give since I've been getting this question left and right, and the question basically has been how do you move from, way down here to here, way up here, so effectively and so effortlessly and musically? The short answer is hard practice. Well, I don't really like to give that answer because it's really not an answer. So today we're going to be talking about how to practice that. All right, so like I said, the short answer is hard practice. How do you go about practicing though? That's what the question's really about, right? First, know your neck. It's very, very simple, but it's a very tall order for every guitar player, but it's very necessary to know every note on every fret of every string. Just knowing all the notes on the neck cold. That's the first step, is just get to know those notes. And then apply those to scales and chords by using something like the caged system or the 5-pattern system, whatever people out there call it these days. I did a lesson on that, so you can go to the lesson of the week and then go down to the archives and you'll find the lesson that I gave on that, complete with tabs, so you can get to know that, okay? So that's the first step. So go do that before going any further, and I'll wait. Oh, you back? Good. I'm glad you're back. I've been waiting for hours. After you get that down, all the notes on the neck and everything, you want to get some good exercises under your belt. And be picky with your exercises. With something like this, with this kind of technique, you're looking for an agility exercise, not really a strength building exercise. The goal here is not speed. The goal here is economy. The goal here is to be able to move around with very little work. So here's a little exercise to kind of give you an idea of what you want to look for in an exercise. I stole this exercise from Joe Satriani when I stole his guitar. So here it is. Yeah, that sounds great, doesn't it? No, here's the idea. You're wanting to move around. You want to do this on every string, by the way, and you want to do this all the way up. Don't stop. I just stopped at the 12th just to kind of give you an idea of what it was like. But on every string, every fret. This way you're going to get to know the neck with this hand, so you can kind of feel your way around. And start out doing this. Play it a couple of times before you play anything else. Get your hand warmed up and everything. But basically, you're getting used to little movements like that right there. Likewise, when you're going backwards, you're getting used to bringing that pinky down like that. Okay, so you're getting used to that. So you're moving your fingers, so you can keep moving your hand. So that way you don't get this little thing. You want it to be fluid, not choppy. All right, so that's the next step. Third, find a riff, maybe even create a riff to practice this in kind of a musical way. Not really, this is not a musical way. So find something musical to practice. So I'm going to give you an example of one. Here's a riff that I came up with that you can try. You can practice this. You can manipulate it in any way you want to. But what we're going to be doing is basically going from this low E here and second position all the way up to that high E. Okay? So here's the riff. All right, so let's talk about that riff. We're covering 3 octaves of the E. Low E, there's the first octave. There it is again. Second octave, and then the third octave in those 2 places. So being able to cover that much ground, that's what this riff is all about. All right, so here's the first part of it. Now you see here what I'm doing. Starting here in the second position, hammering onto an F sharp, slide all the way up to the 4, or the A, which is right there on the 7th fret of the D string. Then I'm going to pull off to my first finger, the G sharp. That way I can reset my fingers to accompany 6th position. So that way my finger assignments are 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do an E major 7 arpeggio. Just 1, 3, 5, 7. Or E, G sharp, B, D sharp. Slide it to F sharp. Pull off to E. Slide from A to B on the B string. Hit 11 and 12, D sharp and E on the E string. Slide up to the G sharp at the 16th fret, ending on the E on the 17th fret. So here it is again real slow. Well, okay, I hope this lesson has served you well. I hope the website is going to serve you well. So visit andrewsmusiccorner.com, check out all it has to offer, and feel free to go to the request tab. That's to submit any questions that you have about your instrument. And we'll answer those questions right here on the lesson of the week. Doesn't matter how big or how small the question is, bring it on and we'll tackle it right here, okay? So, I'll see you next week when we'll be talking about, well, I'm really not sure what we'll be talking about yet, but we'll be talking about something really cool and useful, alright? So, be sure to follow me on Twitter as well, The Music Corner on Twitter, and you can stay up to date on the lessons, the Spotlight blog, pretty much anything that's going on at The Music Corner, alright? So, I'll see you next week.